Hey, let's talk about metal. This is an interview with Lutharo.
Hi, we are Lutharo. We're in Quebec City today at La Source de la Martinière.
La source de la Martinière. Mes amis.
There we go. And now we have to get on our Quebec accents.
No,
So-
I'm good.
No? Okay.
Yeah, you will hear some here.
Yeah.
Some accent, yeah.
Yeah.
English is not my first language, so obviously you will have an accent. And I think you're from Bucharest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when did you decide to travel to Canada and to live a new life here?
My parents, when I was young, my parents decided to move here.
Okay, wasn't your
It wasn't my decision.
wasn't your idea.
I was made to do this.
You
No.
were a follower.
Yeah. No, my parents decided to move here, and that's kind of how I made it here. Yeah, and I'm still here.
Well, they moved back.
They
right?
moved back.
You stayed.
Oh, they
I
moved
see.
back there.
Yeah, they didn't like Canada.
Oh no, I love it.
Different way of life compared to how it is
Yeah,
in Europe, so
totally.
they were just used to that lifestyle. So
And it depends where you are in Canada as
exactly,
well. It's
exactly.
a big country, so it's quite different from the BC and Ontario,
For sure.
Quebec. Quebec and Ontario have some similarities, I think.
Yeah.
And you're living in Hamilton?
Yeah.
Okay. You too?
Yeah.
You're quite new to the band, Chris, I think.
Corey.
Chorus.
Yes.
Chris is a bassman.
Chris plays
Bass
bass.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for
Yeah, what I
I
joined
confuse
in-
them all the time.
Yeah.
Chris and Corey.
We're the old guys in the band, you know, even though he has 9 years on me. But I joined in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of 2020. I did play for the band in 2017. I was on the Unleash the Beast EP with them, and then
By the time the band was called another name, it was what's the
it
name?
was before.
That was before Unleash the Beast. That was a long
Yeah,
time
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
More than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah.
I think the name of the band right now is better.
Oh,
than
it's
the
it's
first
amazing.
one.
It's amazing.
How do you pronounce Lutharo or
Lutharo.
Lutharo?
Yeah.
Okay, you
Lutharo.
Lutharo.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. And your last name Bucur?
Bucur.
Bucur.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I still can't get that.
Just picked.
I think I'm getting it right now. Well, Victor is good.
Yeah,
It's easy to remember as well. So you were there since the first full length.
So I came in after the full length album was finished, and then once they started the tour cycle for High Rise, that's when
Yeah.
I joined the band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
So you're not performing, sir.
I didn't perform on High Rise.
So the first EP and the second album.
Yes, yeah, exactly. The latest
Big
album,
gap in between.
Chasing Euphoria. So we toured for High Rise, and then once we got home from all that stuff, we just started writing Chasing Euphoria at the end of 2022. Yeah, 2022. That's right. Yeah.
And talking about
Yeah, I
that,
guess so. That's
Wow. Seems like a long time ago, but it's like it just got released, so it's like
yeah, it's quite a recent release. And talking about that album, Lutharo is mixing a lot of metal genre. I'd say the foundation of the band is thrash metal, but there's also death metal. The chorus can be alternative metal, even power metal.
Yeah.
It's joyful in times and scary at others, aggressive. There's a lot of contrast in the band. What's the thought process to decided to go that way? Because I think the new album is a refined version of the first one, and I think it's even better in quality.
We've definitely evolved as musicians and kind of found our sound more. But I think it's so different because, well, we like heavy music, but we also like super catchy melodies and
Yeah.
stuff. We have to have
Me
melodies,
too.
that's the big thing.
yeah.
So we kind of mix the two together. Plus, we all have all like different styles that we listen to, different music. It's a power metal,
Yeah, I grew up on power metal, and like all my previous bands and stuff is all power metal, melody focused, and
Crips
everything.
and Shadows.
Yes,
I love that band, by the way.
Thank you.
I am
Yeah.
waiting for a new album.
It's coming.
It's
I'm
coming.
not gonna
Yeah.
get into that. We can talk after about it. But
Yeah. Cool.
it's coming. It's
That's
we
great
are
news for me.
yeah we are very busy. So that's why it's kind of been delayed a little bit on that. But yeah, so they definitely have a lot more of the thrash metal influence and stuff like that, and like the earlier stuff had a lot more of that. Going into the new record, I kind of wanted to try to bring more of the power metal
Yeah.
side from
Right.
my side of writing into it. So that's where you kind of hear a lot more of that blend, because me and Victor sat down and locked ourselves in the jam space for pretty much a month and a half, almost 2 months.
Hearing
And
voices.
yeah. I swear there's ghosts in our space, but it might have just been the caffeine talking to us.
Yeah.
We sat down and wrote the majority of the record, like just the two of us. Then we get together a couple times a week and go over it with everybody else, and everybody has their input. But yeah, a lot of it kind of came from us in that space, just losing our minds and seeing what happened, kind of.
Yeah.
So you're the two main songwriters. You're the main songwriter, and you're involved in the songwriting process as well.
Yeah, this new album,
For the last
I
album.
definitely was heavily involved in it. We had other members that wrote stuff. There's one song on the album that Chris wrote a lot of the structure for it and everything like that. So
You know, kind of just put a couple of things here and there.
yeah, kind of put the finishing touches on it. But everybody definitely has like their influence on it. We kind of put ourselves on a time crunch for this. So yeah, me and Victor took a large role, I guess, in writing the majority of the material together, right? So yeah, he always likes to have drums when writing riffs, and then it was nice to sit in our jam space and we can just record everything we're doing, and then we can hash out ideas back and forth, and yeah, it was
No
really
stress.
nice. A lot of stress.
A lot of
You know,
stress.
sometimes that's good.
That's good.
It makes you. Eventually, you get to the point in the night where you're just like, I got nothing. And then you pack it up and you come back the next day and you have fresh ideas. So yeah. Some nights we would write like a whole song
Yeah.
in
I
a
think
couple hours.
Ruthless Bloodline was pretty much
Oh,
written
yeah.
in like one go.
Yeah, and then a little bit of refining afterwards.
Yeah.
But other songs took a while, a long time to fully come together to the point that we're happy.
Yeah.
Every member has to be happy with every part, or else we're going back over it and adding new parts or taking stuff away or whatever needs to happen, so everybody's happy.
I think there's a good flow on the album. You can listen to it and you're going through and it's already the end. And
Yeah.
you just push play again. That's what I did the last couple of days. I've listened to it a lot, but since the first single, I was quite looking after that new album because I saw you with Legion Archers and Paladin.
Oh,
And,
okay.
I'm also a big fan of power metal, but of metal in general, but power metal is one of my best genre, and I thought it was quite a right fit with those two acts because they have also thrash metal influences and death metal a little bit into their sound, so it was like a great build
Yeah.
as a show, and I thought you did an awesome performance that night. It was really nice, and a lot of people didn't know the band. They were all impressed by your performance. So I think there's a new guitar player. Alex is quite new to the band.
Alex was a session guitar player we had
Last year.
Last year.
That's it.
Now,
That's not him tonight.
No, that's
No.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jeffrey is with us now. He was with us on
the Paladin
on
tour.
the Paladin run as well with Unleash the Archers.
But Alex was
Yes.
in when we did the tour with Hailstorm.
Hailstorm. Yeah.
Okay, so
They look the same.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much the same.
Long hair.
Yeah. They shred. It's
Yeah.
great.
so
Yeah.
it's not a permanent member. It's more a touring member for now.
Yes.
For now, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So you were the only guitar player involved in the last.
On the last album, no, our previous guitar player was part of it.
Still
he
involved,
he had
okay.
quit the band by then, but he stuck around and finished his parts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So,
really cool.
it's
Yeah.
good.
So still a good friendship between.
Yeah, for sure.
everyone.
Sure.
Nice. Cool. So you were talking about power metal. What's your influences as a guitar player?
And power metal? Or?
No.
Okay.
Music in general, because you said not just metal, but just music in general. What's your background of music? What do you like to listen to casually?
Yeah, I listened to a lot of classic rock. My parents were big into classic rock. They listened to a lot of Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and everything when I was growing up. And my dad loves blues, Eric Clapton, everything. So he would always play blues at home. So I guess those are part of my like background influences and stuff. And then I kind of like evolved and started listening to heavier and heavier music. And
Yeah.
that's who I am. And then, yeah, I pretty much listen to all that stuff all the time. Sometimes we're on the bus and we're like listen to blues and
Yeah, Matt.
What's your favorite bluesman? I like a lot of them.
I'm gonna say Joe Bonamassa.
I was about to say
Yeah.
that name. Just threw
He's
it there.
amazing. I would love to see
Yeah.
him live, maybe one day. So,
I never had the chance to see him live, and I hope I will. He's such a great guitar player, and I think he adds a lot of fresh ideas
Oh, yeah,
to the
yeah.
blues. It's not just your typical blues,
Yeah.
Baby King style.
Yeah,
that is cool too.
He's
but-
younger than all those musicians, and he has
Yeah.
more like rock and metal influences as well, right? So that he puts into blues, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, he wa-
Shreds.
he was playing with Baby King like at 10 years
I
old.
know.
He was a
Isn't
guitar
that insane?
virtuoso, so
Yeah.
that's fucking insane. He was already a beast back then. Like 11 with shredding the guitar.
Right.
Oh fuck.
He's better at 10 than I am now.
Yeah, I don't know, but better than me for sure. So what's the plan for the future? There's a new album that has been released. I think it's well received. There's a tour. You're doing a tour for 5 weeks now,
Yeah.
and that's what you
6
said.
weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah,
We're on week 5.
We're on week 5. We still have another week and a half to go, I think.
Yeah.
It's about 6.5 weeks we're on the road, I think. It's supposed to be 7 total.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's been long, but it's nice. It's been good.
It's been a lot of
been
driving.
good. Yeah.
It's a great gig to be with old school guys.
Yeah,
with
it's-
Vicious
it's-
Rumors.
It's
and,
awesome because
Rain.
you know the fans that they have, they would probably never get to see us because
No, absolutely.
you know
not.
what I mean, like
More old school people.
exactly,
Yeah,
and they wouldn't be introduced to our music, but this way they get to see us and maybe it'll make some fans, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That we wouldn't
I'm sure
normally
they
make.
will.
Absolutely. A lot of people was like, I've never heard of you before, and like loved your set, and buying our vinyl, and so yeah, it's great.
There's some common ingredients
Yes.
Oh,
in
definitely.
both bands.
Definitely.
The same as I was saying for the other bill you had. That's cool. I think to go like full power metal on the tour, and then the other tour is more
Yeah.
traditional heavy metal with
Yeah.
thrash metal influences also. So
Exactly.
you are going to have maybe a fan base that is larger
Hopefully.
doing that.
That's
I'm
the
pretty
plan.
sure.
Yeah, and it helps because all the guys in Raven are amazing.
Yeah.
To tour with.
The guy here, brother.
Yeah.
Are they
John-
brother? I'm not
John
really
They're
sure.
brothers,
They're
yeah.
brother. Mark and John.
Yeah. The Gallagher brothers.
Funniest people I've ever met.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
They are incredible. Like the nicest humans ever, and they shred every night. Like it doesn't matter how like big the show is or small. It's like they go up there. It's just a fun time. It just makes the day. No matter because on the road sometimes you might not feel very well. There's always
Yeah.
like colds going around or whatever. But they get up there and shred, and it always makes me happy. Yeah, seeing Mark just like rip it every night. It's
Real
like,
professional that
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
they are still doing it for the fun of it. Obviously, they
Yeah.
are doing it
They're
since
having
the
a-
beginning of the 80s.
You don't do it for
Yeah,
50
70s.
years.
Late
Yeah.
70s, yeah.
They've been doing it for 50 years. You don't do that
Yeah.
unless you're having a fun time. So, yeah. They're just great in general, like, to talk to during the day, like, super nice guys and accommodating to us as the opener. Like, yeah, it's been a great tour so far.
It's not always that great with some headliners.
It's nice. We
Some
got
are
lucky.
not that
Yeah.
that smart, or just you're opening band, so I don't care
Yeah.
about you. I don't care about
Exactly.
your sound.
Yeah. here's some scraps, like go eat outside with the dogs, like
Yeah.
But no, they're amazing. They're like, pull up a chair, like let me tell you about when I was hanging out with James Hetfield and like
In
all
the
this
80s.
stuff. Like, yeah, like it's wild all the stories.
Yeah,
they have.
especially that Metallica were big fans of Raven back
Yeah.
then.
Right?
The
Yeah.
Raven helped the sound of Metallica,
Yeah,
especially on Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Going back a long time.
50 years.
50
Almost
years.
50 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Judas Priest, it's like their 50th anniversary was last year, and since the Raven, it's like 5 years after 45 years something. But maybe they were already a band in
Yeah, they
in
were.
74.
This
Yeah.
is like their 50th anniversary
Okay.
tour. So
Wow.
yeah.
His first album was like in 1980. Wipeout is in 1982, but it's not the first one. There's another one in 1981 for
You
sure.
know more than it?
You know a lot more than we do. Yes, absolutely. We just know that they are amazing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the part I don't know. I will see them tonight, and I can't wait because I never had the chance to see Raven.
Yeah, obviously.
Neither Vicious Rumor. I remember that Vinnie Moore was on the first Vicious Rumor album,
Yeah.
and they were playing like 5 or 6 songs of that album.
They're playing the
tonight.
whole album.
Oh, wow, front to back.
They
I
are
don't know
playing-
if it's front to back, but they're
Well, they're playing all of them.
It was
All the
it's
songs
in
will
its
be-
entirety.
Yeah,
okay.
In its entirety.
That's
so
really
yeah,
nice.
Soldiers of the Night. Yeah.
Such a great album. It's great
Love it.
guitar moments.
Yeah.
We've only seen it 25 times.
Yeah. It's a great set. So. Yeah.
What the future holds in the next couple of months, what's the planning? Can you tell something about that, or it's all secrets?
All secrets. That's it. You'll find out. when
Just between
we
you
find
and
out.
We want to start writing some ideas out when we get back from tour. Start to write for the next album. See where we go. See what happens.
Yeah, because it's been almost, I guess it's been a year and a half since we wrote the new record.
Yeah?
So yeah, try to get some new ideas down. We're hoping that next year's very, very busy for us. So we want to try to like start writing. So that
not
way,
fall behind.
so we don't like put
Just
the
keep the pace.
yeah, don't
Yeah.
put the pressure on ourselves again. So we wrote the entire record in like a month and a half, and we don't want to have to do that again.
It's too rushed.
It's way
Too
yeah, it's
rushed.
way too much. We want to take our time with this next one. So yeah, I start laying out ideas, but definitely a lot more touring. Europe is like definitely a big thing for us. We did Germany.
Did you have
last
any
year, and-
offer for after this tour? Is there
We
any
can't-
offer on the table to
we can't
go
really
another
say
more
quite
fest?
yet. So, but as soon as
There's some discussions.
yeah, we're talking to our people, and they're talking to
Their people.
other people's people.
That's
and-
very precise.
yeah. we're working on all of it. You know, like we love touring North America, and we'll definitely be back again, like relatively soon, all through the States and Canada, and maybe even hitting some places we haven't played yet. So
Yeah.
that's all we can say on that one. But there is stuff in the works there, and stuff for Europe. And so like that's the biggest thing though. And we would love to get over and play all the festivals in Europe.
That'd be awesome.
Like that's kind of like
I wish you,
What we're-
because I think it's
really wanna do?
it's a bigger stage.
yeah.
There's so many
More people you can.
Yeah, more
more
people,
people
more
to see,
countries,
yeah.
more cultures, more languages,
Exactly.
more everything.
for everything. Yeah, and
Yeah.
even just like getting to hang out with all those bands and everything
Yeah.
as well. Like the atmosphere at those big festivals and everything is just it can breed inspiration as well. Right? So I know whenever I have gone over and done those stuff, I want to come home and I'm excited
Yeah.
about writing, about going back out on the road, about just being in a band. You know, like it's exciting because you're hanging out with all these other bands and they're all doing it. We're playing these huge festivals and it's great, right? So I really
Talking about that, hanging with other bands.
yeah.
Do you know the 70,000 Tons of Metal?
Yeah, of course.
Have you ever had discussion with Andy to bring Lutharo on board? I know he's doing
I
an
don't know.
announcement right now.
I don't think so.
I don't know if they talk to it.
We it seems like everywhere we go, somebody's like, why aren't you guys doing 70,000?
Everyone's been asking
like
us lately.
everybody for the last year, like it's been endless. And we're like, okay, like we haven't. I don't think we've talked to anybody, got in contact with them. Like it just hasn't. Our people haven't connected with their people yet. So maybe one
That'd
day,
be cool.
maybe next year, maybe year after. We'll see how things go.
Sometimes last bands are often decided in autumn, so there's
Yeah.
still plenty of time to
Oh, yeah.
have discussion with them. But I was there for the last 2 years, and I'll be there for a third time in 2025, and I hope to see you there.
That'd be awesome.
If it's not next
Yeah.
year, in 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
I'd love to. I wanted to play.
It's the best
something again.
place to meet bands
Yeah,
and just
there's- Everyone's on
And
one.
we're trapped.
Yeah.
Trapped. You don't have a choice.
You're trapped there.
Yeah.
You can stay in your room, but you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So-
It's not fun.
It's a very cool gig, and
It's
even
fun, but
it's,
I wouldn't get seasick.
Why you get
you don't feel it.
You don't feel
Seriously,
it? It's that big of a boat.
the
I
first
guess.
year I never noticed I was on the boat except when I was outside
yeah.
looking at
Yeah. Okay.
That's
the
fun.
ocean, but it's not moving that much. It's not moving at all.
Yeah.
Except the last day this year. Last day during the karaoke party at the end after all the bands were done playing, and it was moving and the spa was the water.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's wild.
but it was just perfect for the end.
Yeah.
So I think it will be a wrap. Maybe one last question. What was your favorite place on this tour to visit?
Go ahead.
You can't say
To
Quebec.
visit or to play?
Both.
Well, to play, I gotta say Vancouver was definitely my favorite. My
Yeah.
favorite show.
That was mine as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's in
Yeah.
Canada. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
definitely my favorite show of the tour. To visit. We went to the beach on the first day.
Florida, yeah.
Florida.
was fantastic. We actually had like a day of nice weather. We went to the beach. I've been dreaming of it since we booked this tour. All winter long, I was like, just get me to the beach in Florida. That's all I cared about. you know?
Especially at that time of the year, the temperature is just perfect.
Oh yeah, it was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Actually, to explore, we went to when we were in San Francisco. We walked around and then we went to the Bay Area and then we saw
Oh, yeah.
saw Alcatraz and the bridge.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was
I've never
lively over there. It was fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
The Bay Area it's a classic.
Yeah,
Trash metal.
exactly. How about you?
Mine was Vancouver, but that's just because I got to see my friends. So and the show was fantastic.
Show's
I don't
great.
really have time to like adventure out most days. So like I didn't go adventuring in the Bay Area or anything like that. I don't see a lot of the cities per se. So it's just the people around me, or you know what I try to find value in, I guess. Value is the wrong word. But enjoyment from,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So yeah, like Vancouver was great because a bunch of people like that I was friends with, even from back when I lived in Toronto. They moved out to Vancouver.
Okay,
and-
so you know people.
yeah, absolutely. And the Unleash the Archers are out there.
Yeah.
Jody and Scott came out and said hi. It's always nice to see them. So, yeah, Vancouver was a lot of fun. Like, a lot. Yeah, that's great.
So thank you both of you.
Thank you.
Cory,
Thank you, sir.
Victor,
Thank you
was
so
a
much.
pleasure. It will be uploaded on my YouTube channel, Metal
Okay.
Anthology, but as well on Metal Universe, which is a website and a Facebook page in French.
Okay.
So
Just send it to me, and then I'll share it.
I will send you
We'll post it.
both links.
Awesome.
Will be available for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you're in it.
Not
So.
for the rest.
Not for nobody else.
So
Yeah.
let's keep it metal and have a bang tonight at
Oh,
the
yeah.
show with Raven, Vicious Rumor, and Lutharo.
Oh yeah.
Was nice, guys.